Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. I'm going to be honest. I think this is one of my favorite podcasts we've done in a very long time because
It's Love Week.
it's Love Week.
We talk about what we love about you and everybody else in college football.
Subscribe, like, share, comment.
You're not going to be mean to them today.
Like the video because we love you so much and you love us, hopefully. If you don't, leave a comment.
Stop. Watch this.
We are recording?
We're recording.
Hold on, let me have much.
We are.
That was mean of you.
No,
Wait, time.
no, we can't
Time.
time.
No, we can't time.
They don't work.
Okay, fine. Not time. We won't have high noon on the shelf, on here.
Okay, we're just.
Right.
Well,
That's what I was going to say. Let's get some high noons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a time.
Where the fuck are they? They're wait, I see them in the reflection.
Yeah, but we put them up there.
But then you were going to.
Guys, y'all know that was worthy of a time.
That was where the
But you were going to confuse the guys in the back.
Yeah, no, we don't
had to stop and start.
No, we don't want that.
Time it.
Well, that's on them.
No,
good.
no, no, no. We've been recording, right?
Yeah.
We've been recording?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Zah. Welcome back, Brandon.
I was only gone a week, Casey. Don't be like that. Yep. You know what? It's a bad tone. It's Love Week.
It is Love Week. Well,
So tell them.
Can I
Tell-
just...
what?
This is nasty.
I mean, well, this is y'all's
Oh, this is
studio.
the-
This is the yak. The
Yeah,
yak. You guys
everyone
act like
knows-
fucking assholes.
Everybody knows Brandon's the neat guy around
Yeah,
here.
like seriously, like I just looked down. My microphone stand is completely wrapped around like a snake wraps around its prey.
We'll take some pride in our appearance
I
here.
mean, look at this shit.
Let's take some pride in our appearance here.
Yeah, we are. Welcome back, Brandon.
Hey, thank you, Casey.
You know what you didn't do?
What?
And it's the only mean thing I'm going to say because it's Love Week.
Mm.
You did not wish Jack a happy birthday.
First of all, was it really your birthday?
Yeah.
Secondly,
It's Katie.
we're dudes.
Everyone, you can't see her, but Katie is not here today, unfortunately.
Well, she's not
She is here, but she has other.
just
She's
waved.
waving to us.
Hey,
Why is she going like that?
She's
mad.
having a
She's
meltdown.
mad.
She's having a meltdown. It's okay.
Okay.
No, she has to do Viceroy stuff today.
Yeah, she'll be back.
happy birthday, Jack.
Thank you.
It's only a few days later.
And I do agree with Brandon. He doesn't have to say it, and neither did you guys. I just wanted to make a big stink out of it for no
Did
reason.
you get the gift I sent you?
Yes.
Thank
No.
You didn't even know it was his birthday.
My job is the gift that he gave me.
Hey,
I sent him a Valentine's Day gift. I sent him flowers.
well, that's his birthday.
I know.
Yeah.
So
I didn't send him anything, Casey.
I know you fucking didn't. You didn't even know. But that's the last
Do you
thing.
remember Valentine's Day for your wife?
Barely.
Okay, so you see.
We were in Lake Charles, Louisiana on Sunday, and I got lucky. There was a jewelry store inside the casino,
Of course there is.
and it was open on Sunday. And
Fantastic.
I bought her a bracelet in the casino.
Oh my god.
And I'm not the only I'm not the only one.
I don't think you were. Yeah.
I was in the jewelry store and I'm buying, and here in strolls Dan Katz.
Up.
So we were.
Yep.
There was like a procession of us that ended up in there.
I love that. That's a great move by the casino.
Yeah. No.
I think a casino has
Yeah, but I'm
always had stuff
but
like
to
that.
be open the day before Valentine's Day, because I feel like
Yeah.
Sundays
Sunday,
are
yeah.
probably like a day where you might close it down.
also, I don't know.
Well, Sunday you got to be open
That's
though.
true. Good
Yeah.
point.
Eventually, you'll probably get there. Eventually, we'll probably do something there again. But super nice casino.
Well, I saw a ton of videos. I was getting sent videos of the rooms. They look sick. I was in Philly,
Yeah.
the soft launch of.
How I heard this bar in Philly's sick.
It's so sick.
Yeah.
It's so sick. It's not open yet. We did like a PIN VIP event. It is so cool.
And Georges Niang was there,
Yeah.
which is hot. He's one of my favorite players in the
Yeah,
NBA.
he was. He sat with us. He's very cool. He liked to make fun of Marty, which obviously I'm always on board with.
So, well, how did he just come? Did he know people?
I think he knew Marty.
That's what I thought. I didn't know if he.
But then like we met up with like Kevin Hayes and all of them later. So it was kind of like
Gotcha.
yeah. Anyways,
All right, y'all ready to do a show?
yeah. It's Love Week.
It's Love Week. It's the opposite of Hate Week.
Hate Week is always the last week of
describe
May.
how we were supposed to
Well, start.
welcome the show.
Why don't we start?
Yeah. Okay.
Let me do.
You are.
Let me do my job.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting for you to do your job.
Hi, welcome to Unnecessary Roughness, Barstool's college football podcast, brought to you by the great people at High Noon Hard Seltzer. Here's a combo in front of us: the peach and the mango, sitting there staring us in the face. I love the peach. I love the mango. At the Super Bowl party, I want to shout out. I didn't get their names, but there were 3 waitresses at the casino, and we had high noons. We had a lot of high noons, but they didn't have any peach, and I lamented the fact I didn't have peach. And a lovely young lady went out of her way and went and got me some peach high noons.
Oh,
You know what?
Yeah,
They did the same thing for me at the Philly bar.
really.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the peach high noons.
They brought out, like a huge bucket for our table, and I'm okay with all of the flavors, but I did say I was like, I would really love a peach. So then they brought me my own little ice bucket of peach.
All right, so it is in fact Love Week.
It's Love Week.
It's Love Week. It's happiness. It's nothing like the spring and you're in love and just things are going great. And it's the opposite of Hate Week.
Well, and if people are new to the podcast, we started Hate Week 2 years ago.
Right.
It's the last week of May.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I was going through some shit.
Right.
So we needed a Hate Week. We was also in quarantine still, so
Sure.
we were doing it over Zoom. But you came up with the idea yesterday that if we're going to do an annual Hate Week,
Should do an annual
we
Love
should
Week.
do an annual Love Week.
It's love, because ultimately, what is college football about? It is about
It was Valentine's Day.
pure, unadulterated hate. But every now and then, you can.
But
The opposite of hate is love.
Yes.
no, the opposite of hate is not love.
Difference.
It's apathy. Because if you hate somebody,
You going through it right now?
No, that's that's a saying though. It's
I
like the
know.
opposite of love is not hate, it's apathy. Because if you hate something,
There's an element of
there's an
love
element
to
of
it.
caring, right? Apathy. But college football has nothing but love or hate. There is no apathy in college football, so we can't have an apathy week. What are you looking at?
Not now, but whenever we do this in here again, we should do these 3 chairs so that the helmet shelf is more in the picture.
I know what you're
That's
saying.
your show, though.
But it does.
It
look
is, but there's
cool.
still a helmet shelf. I mean,
And it's college
Wait, where's
football.
it? Wait,
Right.
did you
what?
take my A&M helmet off?
No, I rotate them. It's down at the bottom. I rotate them. I don't rotate them. Katie rotates them, so it's her fault. But I see it. It's right there beside the Toledo helmet.
It needs to be up higher.
Well, do you want me to move it? Like, you can see the Virginia Tech helmet. Do you want me to switch it with the Virginia Tech helmet right now?
Yes.
You want me to stand up?
No, not now.
Okay, not now.
It wouldn't take long.
Okay, you know what?
You know what? I mean, listen.
I have to move.
It's love. It's Love Week. I want the team that I love in the picture. Oh boy. This isn't
that hard. How's that? Can you see it?
Well, you have to move first. Yes, you can see it. You can see it.
Okay.
Look at that pretty logo. You know what you just looked like? 50 Cent at the halftime Super Bowl show.
You just have to look right through that bag of Doritos.
It was just there.
Yeah, I think KB was eating Doritos.
I mean, again, the yak does what the yak wants, apparently.
Well, yeah, it runs this place.
It's true. It's a good point. So, Love Week, we sat down to record yesterday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Brandon, right before we started recording, was like, wait.
Right.
Just came up.
I have an idea.
And we thought it was such a good idea, we decided to wait until today because we need to do a Love Week. And what better week to do it than Valentine's Day?
I also thought Katie would be able to be with us, but she's busy with her other jobs.
She's been so busy this week.
Yeah.
You see her computer just like ate shit today.
I don't look at Katie.
What happened to it?
It was just like going nuts because she texted me because I had a temporary computer and she needed my temporary computer so I
Yep.
could get my new computer. Like, and you know Katie and her computer. It's like,
Right. It's basically the fuel of this show.
yeah.
All
She
right.
doesn't take great care of it.
Before we get wow.
No, she like has a billion tabs open all the time. It's like she thinks that any computer is as powerful as any other computer. No, there's limits to computers.
What are you talking about?
No, he's right.
No, like there's a
you-
reason you pay like thousands upon thousands of
You
dollars.
can't drive every car 200 miles an hour.
Exactly. It's like that. It's like
I
that.
see what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll get to Love Week. 2 news items I want to talk about, and
Yeah,
then we'll get to
'cause-
Love Week.
Yes.
Are you drinking red wine on Love Week?
Yeah, that's what you do when you're in love.
That
you
is
drink
that
red
is
wine.
a love
It's a love
drink.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I also this day is when Josh gets his shipment in. He gets a wine shipment to the office. Right. Normally we wait till after the podcast to try the new bottles, but I thought, hey, it's Love Week. I went to a gay bar last night and drank too much.
Is that good?
So this is, yes, it's very good. Did you see me with Joey Camassa last night?
Yes.
I did not. I saw the picture on.
I saw the Instagram.
Yeah, on
The
Instagram.
Instagram was
All right.
much.
2 news items, and then we will get to.
Hey, Kelly.
You understand?
Yeah, she looks cute today.
They built her.
Doesn't she look so cute
she's
today?
gonna- I told her she looked nice. She's going to have a sling show, and they built her a studio.
I don't think you're supposed to announce that yet.
Okay. I don't think there's much crossover in.
What is it gonna be?
No, I don't.
Okay, fine.
Love?
Move on. It's about love. Yes. All right.
And who better to talk about love than Kelly Keegs?
Yes.
2 news items to talk about. One happened. I guess both kind of happened last week. One happened before you guys, when you guys were talking about it, Brian Harsin, and then I want to talk about Lincoln Riley talking about the transfer portal last week because
Yes.
I wasn't here. I was at the Super Bowl, and thank you, to Jack. Thank you to Katie. Thank you for Casey for continuing on last week. When we go on these trips, it's rough. So let me start with Lincoln Riley on the transfer portal because I want to call this bullshit, and I know that I almost think it almost seems like I'm pandering to Oklahoma fans at this point, but he keeps saying things. And he came out last week and he said, hey, we didn't take those guys from Oklahoma. We took them from the transfer portal. Why in 2022 are coaches still so dedicated to being full of shit? He's lying. He is lying.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I know you didn't listen to our podcast because we don't listen to our own podcast. You're going directly against what Jack, Katie, and I all said about this.
Okay,
He
that's
did have a point.
It's fucking funny.
he's lying.
It's funny though,
But
but he knows he's lying.
I'm glad that it's against Joe. I like I like that we have
Here-
opposing points of view.
I don't think he was being serious. I think he was being petty.
Oh, I think he was. Maybe I didn't describe myself.
I listen. Listen. Even if you were being petty, if you're being whatever, you were lying. You took him from Oklahoma. You recruited him to Oklahoma, and you want him to play for you, so you recruited him to go play at USC with you. Why don't you say that? Why don't you say, listen, I identified these guys in high school. I have a 4-year relationship with them, a 3-year relationship with them, and I feel like, I want to run a program with these guys in it. And instead of saying that, he says, oh, no, we took them from the transfer portal. Well, you lying piece of shit. They didn't just wake up one day and magically appear in the transfer portal. You helped put them there.
I don't think you're giving him enough credit. I think he knew that it would piss people off. You've talked about Oklahoma fans. Oklahoma fans fucking hate Lincoln Riley. They've been all up in arms, and now why?
I don't like that duo.
It's okay.
Oh, well, I don't. I thought he was shaking his head at me. OU fans.
Oh, it wasn't at you. No.
OU fans hate Lincoln Riley right now.
Right.
Hate them.
And we'll always
Him.
hate him.
So I think he knew exactly what he was saying just to keep stirring up.
But don't you
we
think-
obviously know that Caleb Williams is going to USC because Lincoln Riley is there.
But don't you
why
think
not
if that
just be
was
petty about it?
If that was his goal, Casey, don't you think he'd say, you guys are saying I took him from Oklahoma? Yeah, I sure did. I took him from Oklahoma.
Well, technically he didn't. He took him from the transfer portal.
He took him from Oklahoma.
But they were in the transfer portal first.
He's almost like a
They had a layover first.
mafioso in. Oh, you know that clip of Cam Newton in the 30 for 30 that says like it's an ongoing investigation. Like I can't no comment, as they say it's an ongoing investigation. He has a smirk on his face.
Yeah.
It's like we all know what happened.
It's
here.
like Bill Clinton saying,
Yes.
depends on what the definition of is.
Yes,
Something
exactly.
like that. Like it's, you're caught, but you have the ability to kind of massage the English language.
You're not, because you also took 10 other people from the transfer portal and from other schools. So you could say, hey, look, we took more non-Oklahoma players than
True.
Oklahoma players. Look at my results. But at the end of the day, yes, we did take it from Oklahoma. But I'm going to say this with a smirk on my face on
Piss people off.
the Coward Show because, hey, why not?
And he knew we'd get headlines. I love it. I think it's incredibly funny.
Let me tell you the most toxic place on Twitter in 2022.
Tell me.
Well,
Are you ready?
Tell me.
Do you know this?
Canadian.
It's happening. No. It's happened in
Truck.
basketball a lot, and it started happening. But it is like taking shape on Twitter, where every time an official team account tweets final score,
Oh, yes.
that opposing fans just descend on it and take over the comments.
Auburn does this for basketball.
Auburn does it. The first time USC loses a game in 2022, and they put out an official graphic.
Of a loss. 31-24.
Utah 41, USC 31. Oklahoma fans are going to make it the most visited and the most engaged upon tweet in the history of college football.
oh,
It's going to be sick.
I think that Oklahoma fans
meme's ready.
this year care more about USC losing than OU winning.
I think, and OU is where the original we call them memes now, but remember calling them farks?
No.
It was a fark board.
What is a fark?
It's like the first generation of a meme. It was basically just photoshops, and we called them farks back then. You think I'm crazy?
No, I
No,
don't.
I don't think. I just think you're old.
I'm
When
not.
was this? Like, when was this?
Oklahoma was like this was like early Internet 1.0. This was like 2003, 4, 5, somewhere. in
They
there.
made farks?
Why are they called farks?
Why are they called memes?
Oklahoma
Good point.
fark.
I 100% believe you. I just
I
have never.
believe you.
This
I've
is
just
like
never
a
heard of it.
history.
Now y'all got me thinking I'm wrong.
No, I don't.
Oh,
no,
no,
we
no.
just.
Oklahoma fark central.
I do not like that word.
I agree with you. It sounds too much like fart. Maybe that's why they did that.
But Oklahoma is the originator of memes. Like they were the first fan base that did memes and they called them farks. This was back in 2006. Yeah, Fark Central.
I was in high school.
Fark
but,
Central.
Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I was
I-
like 4th grade.
Now y'all got me thinking I'm making it up. Anyway, what I'm saying is
No, I
Oklahoma
didn't
is
say you
like the
made it up.
center. Oklahoma's fan base is like at the center of the meme revolution in college sports. They're going to blossom this fall when USC loses.
It's gonna be their Christmas.
No, Auburn fans are really proud of themselves for what they do with the basketball thing.
It's so annoying.
Hey,
I
it's
think
supposed to
it's
be Love
funny.
Week.
That's annoying though.
Okay.
We're gonna get to Love Week. One more topic before we get to Love Week, and it happens to be Auburn.
Ryan
So-
Harsin.
Since the podcast, had it happened before?
No,
Oh,
we.
you haven't talked about on this show.
I'm not worried about what I've talked about, but
We-
when did they say he was? When did they come out and say he's back?
after we recorded.
After
Okay.
we recorded,
All right,
correct.
so I think that was
We were
Friday.
on
Yeah.
Firewatch.
So Brian Harsin is in fact going to stay at Auburn, which, as we all know, whenever you get very close to breaking up and say mean things, and you both hate each other, and then you just decide to get back together, it always works out every single time. It never doesn't work out when you have a vicious breakup that doesn't quite happen. That's being ironic because yes, it's going to be a disaster.
Gonna be an absolute disaster.
I don't know why you wouldn't. It's so wide right now. It's so awful. Just go ahead and split ways. But the problem in Auburn isn't Brian Harsin. The problem isn't Auburn's administration. The problem at Auburn is a problem that happens at some schools. Here's the thing. The most important people at any school that wants to win, at A&M,
Mm-hmm.
at Alabama, at Georgia, it's not Nick Saban. It's not Kirby Smart. It's the boosters that allow Nick Saban and Kirby Smart to go get the players. And at Auburn, they have more power than pretty much anywhere else. Auburn boosters have been running that program for decades and
You
decades.
think that they
and
have
decades.
more power than Alabama boosters?
As opposed over their school? Yes.
Okay.
Auburn's. I'm not saying they have more power in the college football world.
Right.
I'm saying they
For
have
their
more
school.
decision-making power
Gotcha.
at Auburn than probably any other school. And a lot of times, booster activity is good. At Georgia, it's good. It won them a national title. At Auburn, listen, boosters were so good back in 2010. They won a national title with Gene fucking Chizik. Okay?
You know what? It is just and I have these too. Like you have just this like unexplainable, inexplicable, whatever, hate for Gene Chizik.
He stole Cam Newton from us. It's not
I know,
inexplicable. I can explain
guess
it
that's
very
fair.
easy.
I guess that's fair, but it's like it's those people, and everybody has them. When they come up, you're just like, fuck that person. That's the way I feel about like Anne Hathaway. You feel that way about Gene Chizik.
Anne Hathaway.
I don't know why. I literally don't know why. Brock Osweiler, same. I have no clue.
Brock Osweiler.
All right.
I don't know why. I
The
just
most random.
Brock Osweiler.
called him a trash can on live TV once. It was bizarre.
So, anyway, Auburn boosters won them a national title. Pulled the trigger. But occasionally, your boosters can fuck up tremendously. And they can overreach. And they can get ideas in their head that ruin your school. Tennessee fans basically, and SEC boosters are better at this than anybody else, where they'll ruin a man to make their school look good.
Yes.
Tennessee fans tried to ruin Greg Schiano. I mean, they tried to do it. They tried to say that they tried to tie him to the Joe Paterno stuff that he has no tie to whatsoever. And now Auburn fans, Auburn boosters, Auburn people behind the scenes tried to start this rumor and destroy Brian Harsin's life that he was fucking an employee. And
A side piece.
it's a little side piece.
She's hot too.
Oh, God, so hot. But anyway, booster overreach can hurt you just as much as booster help can help you. And right now, Auburn's got a booster problem. They've got a Grand Canyon going right through their football program, and the boosters are sitting there holding a gas can and saying, "Who started the fire?"
Mm-hmm.
And
It's that that Eric Andre meme when
Right. Who did this?
Yeah, who did this? Who could? We talked about that last week, and then
Yeah, and Auburn's like, it's just Auburn. Auburn's different. Auburn's different from everywhere else in the world. When things are going good, it looks like this big, beautiful house that is on a solid foundation. But the second a breeze comes by, it just
The house of cards.
It blows right over, and you're wondering, how did this house ever stand here?
Yeah, it's a house of cards.
And nobody deserves it more than Auburn fans because they are awful.
I mean, when we talked about this last
wow.
yeah.
You really, it was like we were talking about boosters, and it was like, nope,
All
no
of a
one
sudden,
deserves
nope.
this.
Terrible people.
No, well, first of all, it's allegedly that he did have this affair.
That's fine.
Like, we don't know, but we said this last week on the podcast. It was like they were looking for a reason to get rid of him.
Let me tell you one more thing. I don't know if he had an affair or not. And I don't believe he should have had an affair. But if he did, I understand.
Thomas Brandon Walker.
I understand. I mean, jeez, Louise.
Well, yeah, but
Cheese and crackers, man.
I mean,
Woo.
we don't condone
So
that.
how about that's a better Woo.
Not on Love Week. We don't condone side pieces.
I think that's the exact week we condone. Okay, you're right.
We don't condone
Anyway.
side pieces on Love Week.
You know what? I've been negative too much. I want to talk about those two things,
Yes.
and we're going to move on.
well, one other news:
Oh.
What's that?
Jaden Daniels transferred.
Oh, yes.
Where'd he go?
He's just in the portal
The
for
portal.
no reason.
Arizona State is. You talk about House of Cards. That I feel like Herm Edwards has been on fire watch for 2 years now.
Yeah, and they came out last week and said, no, we're gonna keep him.
Yeah. Whenever you get close to firing your coach, you probably should just fire him. Like, you're not going to put it back together.
Well, it's like if you feel like you're going to break up with somebody.
Break up with him.
Right. Like, it's
Yeah.
not going to get better. However, I will say, like, so Jim Harbaugh's extension came out today. Did you see all that?
Yeah.
Like, now it's like only like a 4-year extension or whatever. Like, people thought he was going to leave, but then they're still going to pay him a lot of money. And it's like, well, they're trying to mend it.
I like how when Jim Harbaugh came back from the pro thing, he said he went to Michigan. He was like, "This won't happen again. This will not happen again." Like, well, it happened the first time. So if it happened once, why? And if a good NFL job opens up, you telling me if the
And I guess the
Packers call you next year, you're not going to listen to them?
I guess the contract is very easy for him
Ironclad?
to go. No, very easy for him to go back to the NFL.
Unironclad.
On
And
Ironclad.
I think like year 5, there's no buyout or something like
Yeah.
that. It's like literally it says $0 on it. But anyways,
How come Ironclad is the only clad?
What's another clad you could think
There
of?
is no other
I don't think
clad.
there is
It's only Ironclad.
what is a clad?
Silver clad?
Is there a silver clad?
No idea.
Gold clad? Diamond clad?
That sounds pretty cool.
Diamond clad seems like something
seems
you'd
important.
get in
That is.
like an airport before.
Or
you
it
get on
seems
the
like a
plane.
version of
Yes.
a Range Rover.
Yes.
No, a diamond
Diamond
clad
edition.
a diamond clad sounds. You're right, Jack. It sounds exactly like a status for an airline.
Or the
Yes.
or yeah, it does.
Diamond clads, please report to
Or
wherever. You'll be first on board.
a room at a strip club.
Okay.
Diamond clad
I'm
room.
not a strip club guy, but yeah.
Well, you don't have to be to know what they are.
I know. I was just making a
I
joke.
wasn't accusing you of going.
No, I was just making a joke.
You don't like titties.
I mean, I like them.
Jack doesn't like titties.
No, see, here's the thing. I'm on Jack's side of this. Like,
You hate titties.
no, I love.
I'm pro
But, like,
strip
at a
clubs
strip-
existing.
I
Go
strip
ahead.
clubs, like for first of all, I've only been to a male strip club one time, not for me. I've been to normal strip clubs a lot of times. I understand the point, but I also like it's not like you can like they're not going home with you.
Male strip clubs are weird.
They are weird. They're very weird, and I will say the clientele at the one I went to, not.
I'd love to see the clientele. I'd almost watch a hour-long documentary on male strip clubs and the patrons at those strip clubs.
I'll tell you what, it does not look like the one with Channing Tatum. What's the
Magic Mike.
It does not look like Magic Mike in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Love Week.
Love Week.
It is Love Week because we love college football.
We love each other.
We love each other. Well,
Depends on the week.
we
Hey, on Love Week, we love each other.
love each other. Me and you love each other.
What about me?
I love you. I
Alright.
love Jack and Katie
I
and
think
Zah.
he's
who's
mad about the
helping us out.
birthday thing.
No, I'm 0% mad. I didn't even think about
I
it.
love Zah half as much as I love y'all.
Oh, that's
That was
dude.
Come on. Why did he need to take a shot like that?
Sorry, Zah.
Look at him. How can you be mean to him?
I can't look at you with your hair like that. With your bandana.
Zah, I love you.
looks cool.
I love you more than these two.
Oh, now you're just pandering.
No, he was my producer for CCK, and he always made sure to drop calls when assholes called in.
Yep.
For me, it's facts.
All right. So
Love week.
there is no structure to Love Week. To me, it's just I wrote down
Unadulterated love.
I believe I'm at 51 things I love about college
I just
football.
have a list of things I love.
And we can talk when you wanna expand. Let's expand.
All right. So Jack,
Did you write
make
down a list?
Yes, but
Where is it?
You can tell that we're older than Jack. We both use paper.
Well, here's I will say this, and I've said this for a long time. If I don't write something down, I won't remember it. Like typing to me is like AIM Instant Messenger, pretty much. Everything in this notebook, I will remember because I had to physically write it down. What's Jack doing?
I think he's just now making his list.
Am I the only one that
Let's
thinks
see your
it's
list.
really, really hot?
I was
in here?
putting down the.
Is your first thing high noon?
No, he's putting on the timestamps.
Timestamps for later when
Oh, okay. All right.
He's doing his job.
But that would have been good if your first thing about love was high noon.
I love
I
high
love
noon.
high noon.
I mean, I love Love Week presented by High Noon.
Yeah.
Always.
And the peach kind of looks like a heart if you look at it from a weird angle.
Or a butt.
No, it's more butt.
You could construe that as a heart, what we're looking at.
So
Yes.
a butt.
It's the emoji.
You know I'm not a butt guy.
I am. But also a boob guy, too.
Well,
You
you're
can be
allowed
both.
no, you can be both.
How can you be both?
100%.
Some people have both.
Well, most people have both. I'm just saying, I think you should choose one.
No.
Oh.
I
He's a
mean,
butt guy for sure.
Boobs or butt?
come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you seen his bunda?
I've seen his. He's got a tank.
Ooh, she's
Look
got bunda.
Look at this from last night.
I saw that on
You?
your story.
Yes.
For you.
But me and Pat almost making out.
Where'd that come from?
On what?
Yeah.
Were you?
She's always had the bout.
I'm shit faced is what I am.
Oh, well, you're kissing all the gays.
Joey,
Yeah, no, I was trying to turn all
Joey
the
came back after last night,
Oh,
and he was talking to us about just random things in the gambling cave, and then he fell in the chair.
Well, so
He wasn't even drunk. He was just like position.
No. Here's the thing. Yes, he was. Because we went to a bar, a gay bar, that does BOGO drinks, buy one, get one free.
Right.
Which is a terrible business plan, in my opinion. Great for the patrons. So every time you go up and order a drink, they give you like a playing card. And whether it's a Jack, King, Queen, or Ace, depends on what kind of drink you get. Well, because I was the only girl in there for a long time, they kept giving me the Aces card, which is shots. So...
BOGO kind of rhymes with homo.
Yes. 100%.
It's a BOGO homo bar.
Bogo Homo Bar. Maybe that's the name.
Yeah. BOGO
I mean,
homo.
I will go...
Where you going,
I would
Bogo
follow
Homo?
Joey Camasta to hell.
Well,
I love him.
I think you pretty much did.
yeah.
All right.
Based on some definitions, you were in hell last night.
I mean, I was at home by 8:30.
You have more wine in that glass than you had like 5 minutes ago.
I just poured more.
I didn't even see it.
No, I saw.
I wasn't even
She
looking.
said it was hot. Picked up the wine.
She's like an expert pourer. She's just
Yeah, no. Well, also pouring. So I have like this fetish of pouring.
Yeah.
So like I like a
Oh.
lot of people will like pour like huge glasses if they know they're gonna drink it all. I like feeling the feeling of pouring,
Nice.
which is why I like coffee pots. Keurigs can suck my dick.
Ooh,
With wine, it's like
I could see.
yeah.
All right.
I love week.
So it is Love Week, and these are things we love about college football. Whether it's, and I think at the end, if I don't feel satisfied, I might just have you like read a list of teams, and we just free ball.
Yeah.
I'm open to anything.
That
It's
is,
love.
that is. I want like when I was writing, it was like, should I be writing about teams and the things that I love, or just overall? So I did both.
All right, here we go.
How are we gonna do
Go
this?
back and forth.
Yeah, but
How many-
Jack too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I forgot about Jack.
but maybe I can go every third or something. I can go every time.
Back and forth and back.
Hell yeah, Bogo Homo, buddy.
I'll go first.
What?
What do I love about college football?
These are in no particular order.
No order
These
whatsoever.
were
I
literally.
will let you look at mine. You just see. I just wrote random stuff.
Yes, I did too, and I did it while I was listening to Machine Gun Kelly because I love no one more than him.
What about Bieber?
I'm wearing a Bieber shirt today, actually.
Okay, that wasn't the question. What about Bieber?
No, I think I
You
think
love Machine Gun Kelly more?
yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't have a Bieber tattoo. I
What
have
about
a
Tom
Machine
Brady?
Gun Kelly tattoo. Oh, that's tough.
All right. All right.
The hardest marry, fuck, kill of all time. Those three. The hard. I mean,
You
seriously.
just fuck all three of them.
No, I just die. If I had to choose, I would just shoot myself.
Whoa.
That seems like the worst thing you could
Well,
do.
if they said you have to kill one of them, I'd rather sacrifice myself.
No,
Let
no.
them fight to the death and then take the other two.
Although Machine Gun Kelly might like being killed. He's into that shit, you know.
He would be the first to die. Tom Brady would kill them both. In a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Here we go. Love week.
Love week.
What do I love about college football? The Friday night before a game.
Ooh.
There's something about being on campus. There's still, I think I've said this recently, there's hope in the air.
You have been.
There's love in the air. There's everything good in the air. Saturday night, if you win, it's awesome. But if you lose, it's garbage.
Right.
But the Friday night, everybody feels good. You're still being nice to the visiting fans.
Yes.
When you're a Texas A&M fan and Clemson's visiting, you knock on the little table. Hey, you guys enjoying College Station? All right, good. Where are you staying? Oh, really? That's a nice place. Yeah, my cousin owns a cigar store if you need something. Okay, all right. Good luck tomorrow, guys. Have a good season. And if you see him the next night, it's like, you motherfuckers thought you were going to come in here and win, didn't you? You sons of bitches thought you'd win.
It's like you want to be hospitable at the beginning because you want them to like your town. You want them to go back and be like, listen, like
Good things to say.
College Station or
But ultimately, you
whatever was
really
great.
want them to have bad things to say because
You
they
want
got
them to
their
have
ass kicked.
bad things to say about the game, but you want like the fan base. You want to be like, oh, like they were so nice, they were so great. And on Friday, everybody feels the same way.
Friday night, we're all friends. We're all happy. The refs haven't fucked us yet. The food's good.
There's not any fights yet.
Not any fights. Like it's fall too, so it's 65 degrees outside.
Think about this, Brandon. You and I have experienced this
Yeah,
together
yeah.
when we went to Starkville 2 years ago.
Right.
What, crazy. That was 2 years ago. But that Friday night, we had such a nice time.
People buying us drinks.
People buying us drinks. You were waving like a beauty queen out
Yeah.
there. I had all my A&M stuff. People were nice to me. Saturday night,
We were just sitting in the middle, and people weren't even coming up to us, except for the one guy that was hitting on Katie.
yeah, the one and also Rudy, Katie, and I were all wearing A&M gear, so everyone was telling us to fuck ourselves.
All right.
Friday night, okay.
What's one thing you love?
The first one that came to mind. This truly was like my immediate reaction, and I know it's on your list too. The SEC on CBS music.
Yeah.
How can you not love that theme song?
I wanted to expand it because I feel like that's I don't want to say it about you, but it's about us. It's kind of a basic bitch thing to like. Like everybody loves it. But I was listening to I listened to ESPN college football theme right before the show and the Fox. Like all of them get me going.
Oh, they're all fantastic.
Right, yeah.
Every major network is fantastic because you know you're about to watch something that you love. If I had to pick one though, CBS is the best.
Yeah. No, it's far and away the best.
I mean, and when that hits,
Yeah.
remember that podcast that we did where we just like listened to it over and over and over in
I miss
quarantine?
that. I miss listening to things.
When we were just sitting at home, sad as fuck, and we just
Yeah.
listened to it. But that was the first one because when I
think we
hear
were here.
that, huh?
I think we were here.
We probably.
I think we've done it multiple
I think
times.
we've done it a lot of times. Yeah.
Maybe I did some sort of like
True.
whatever high noon ad. But that was the first one that came to mind because when you hear that sound, you know exactly what's about to happen.
Jack,
I love fans of bad teams.
explain.
Ooh, that's a good
So
one.
I kind of like this
I
too.
love
like
because I hate fans of good teams.
so like I'm gonna give an example. And
yourself.
it's not the best example because you hate this fan base, but like the fact Arkansas fans have stayed around as long they have through the bad times is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I think fans of like Arkansas, South Carolina hasn't been.
Can I
that,
give you a good one?
Yeah.
How about how eager Indiana fans were to have a good
Yeah,
team? finally?
Indiana.
Yes.
Even like
Minnesota fans.
if you look at Nebraska fans, even people that tag us in tweets and be like, "Why aren't you talking about Colorado State?" Why would we talk about Colorado State?
You know what's the beauty about you complimenting these fans of bad programs?
I'm a
It's
fan.
white.
Of
I mean,
yes.
No.
Oh.
They're getting,
Mad.
you're complimenting them, but they're getting mad at you. We're not a bad. Nebraska's like, we're not a bad program. We're Nebraska.
Yeah.
I know because we.
But you're right. I love fans.
Even
of bad.
Tennessee fans, like they'll never give up,
Right.
and they still think. And I guess maybe I'm saying fans of bad programs that think they're good.
They're because they are pure hope.
yes.
Pure hope.
And
pure
they're never
hope.
going to abandon their team ever.
No.
That's
through the A&M got beat 77-0. Guess what? I still was watching. the very next game.
Arkansas last year won 4-7,
Yeah.
and we're talking about not this past year, the year before.
3-7, but yeah.
3-7 in 2020.
And they were.
And
back.
they were talking about like, no, we're not like they were talking like national championship.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it perfect, I think. We all know. I think they even know. We all know Arkansas is not going
We
to.
all know there's
Yeah.
5 or 7 teams that can win a national title, and most of us aren't in it.
One of us is.
Well, you might get in there, but you're not in there now.
Well, I think next year we are.
There we go. This is gonna be a good year.
Also,
It will be a good year.
oh no, the #1 recruiting class on top of everything else. If you don't think we're in the,
Usually I have to tell you how good you guys are.
First of all, I picked them to win the national championship last year.
Okay.
Which was wrong. I'm so fucking far in on this team, especially now that you and Jack have adopted Texas. So I'm just saying, watch
I saw
out.
a video of them working out
good.
this morning.
Oh god.
They were just like,
see him at Topgolf?
I didn't. Oh, what? But did he hit one like a bill?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get that right now.
Quinn was at Topgolf.
I love Topgolf.
I'm a Quinn head.
Me too.
Quinn head.
Quinn head, yeah.
Oh god. I will say that we did talk about before the show that we really aren't going to talk about how much we love stuff from our team because then it's like it's too much.
All right. Since we've gone around one time, and it took about 10 minutes,
we should go
I
rapid
have
fire.
51 of these.
Yeah, we should rapid fire.
We'll expand what we want to expand.
Yeah.
Here's something I love. I love that you only have to get 1 foot down to have a reception in college football. I love that you can think the guy is flying out of bounds, and if he gets 1 foot down, I love 2 feet is a little bit constricting. I love that you only have to get 1 foot down. If he's in the back of the end zone, think of Jackson Smith and Jigba last year when he was a freshman. His entire body was out of bounds, but his foot went backwards and got down. Touchdown. I like that you only have to get 1 foot down.
Love it.
Love it.
I love fat guy touchdowns.
Okay. And
fat guy touchdowns are awesome.
And they happen a lot. They happen in college football.
Yeah, they're awesome. And the celebration's always awesome. The team reacting is awesome. Love a good fat guy touchdown.
I love being introduced to new cultures.
Oh.
This is more so from the being from the north and being from the north and being not around. My entire family's from the north. My entire family's New Yorkers. And I didn't know a lot about Southern culture until I really got into college football. Same goes for a lot of random, you wouldn't call Oklahoma the South, but there's a lot of random things I've learned about Oklahoma and Oklahoma fans.
That, Jack.
And we think of America as just this one culture. Obviously not everyone does, but there's a big difference. And I feel like I've learned a lot about this country through college football.
I love it. Philosophical.
I love. What was that?
I love Zah's laugh through the glass.
He has the best laugh in the company.
But I mean, the glass, through the glass is just elite.
Was there even a joke, or was he watching something else?
No, he just laughs. He just loves.
I love that. I could listen to Zah laugh all day.
He has a contagious laugh too.
Contagious.
All right, so I love Homer announcers losing. I love on Twitter the next week after a Homer announcer because you'll always see the Homer announcer, his winning call. I don't like those as much, whatever, because it's not my team. But when a Homer announcer loses, and when you got the clip of when Eli Gold's call of the kick six is one of my favorite things that ever existed. A couple of years ago, Big T actually told me this morning. I went and watched it. A couple of years ago when Tennessee beat Georgia on a Hail Mary, the Georgia call of that is incredible. I love Homer announcers because Eli Gold's just a gigantic asshole that gets to win 12 rings.
Hey, love week.
No,
Leave it for Love Week.
He doesn't like you.
No, I know, but it's Love Week.
No, I'm sorry.
We don't talk about what we love on Hate Week.
All right. I love watching Homer announcers lose.
Okay, good. I love how much better the overtime rules are than the NFL.
Are they?
Yes.
Hold on.
They kind of ruined them.
What does this one say?
Overtime rules. Because here's the thing. We watched it happen with the Bills and the Chiefs this year in the playoff is the fact that Josh Allen did not get to touch that ball after the game that he had because he lost a coin toss is fucking stupid.
Okay, yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Agreed.
They did ruin the back end of college football overtime.
But at least
just kept as is.
But even though they kind of messed it up a little bit, it is still structurally way better than NFL.
I agree.
Because both teams get a shot. And I understand it's you have to play defense, but your offense should be able to have a shot too. Now, the 2-point conversion shootout thing is stupid, but the overtime rules are so much better in college than the NFL. It's not even funny.
I have to pee real bad.
Okay. You want to go?
We can take a break.
So we talked a lot of football. We talked about what we love on this show. Let's talk about what we hate. More importantly, let's talk about student debt.
Ugh.
You could potentially save thousands right now with refinancing. Nobody likes student debt. Nobody likes to talk about student debt, but a lot of people have student debt.
And it is something you have to talk about and address.
It's an unfortunate reality of life, but there
Yes.
are companies out there that can help you with that unfortunate
And I
reality.
think there's one that helps us out. That's going to help the Roughnecks out.
Earnest was voted best student loan refinancing overall by NerdWallet. Earnest has some of the lowest rates, most flexible payments, and an in-house team ready to help. With Earnest, you could change your interest rate, get a lower monthly payment, and you never pay fees, not even late fees. Earnest doesn't really dick around with the fees. They don't dick around. They give you money to sign up. Like, Earnest knows what you're going through, and they help you with it.
That's what we love about Earnest.
Yes, you're keeping with the theme of love.
Yes.
Aren't you a company guy?
Yes, and I'm an Earnest guy.
That had double meaning.
Yeah.
It did. That was
did.
pretty good. You had no idea.
And that's why, and that's in Earnest, the company has, that's why they're an Earnest company.
They have a double
Don't
meaning.
mess around with those late fees.
By refinancing, you can reduce your loan term, save money, or combine multiple loans into a simple monthly payment. And if you have questions, you can even talk to a real live human. This isn't a robot. This isn't somebody that doesn't care what you think. It's a real live human. When you pay less interest, you can put that money towards your goals. With Earnest, it only takes 2 minutes. 2 minutes to see what your new rate could be, and there's no credit impact. Right now, Earnest is offering our listeners at Unnecessary Roughness $100 cash bonus. So no fees, and they're giving you $100 just to check it out. Refinance your student debt at earnest.com/barstool. Not available in all states. Once again, you'll get a $100 cash bonus when you visit earnest.com/barstool to refinance your student loan. I'm not going to whisper it, but I am going to do it.
Yes.
Visit earnest.com/barstool for more details. Not available in all states. Terms and conditions apply. Earnest student loan refinancing made by Earnest Operations LLC, NMLS number 1204917. California financing law license number 6054788. That's at 535 Mission Street in San Francisco, California 94105. Visit earnest.com/licenses for a full list of licenses.
That was
Beautiful.
even better than whispering.
I know.
That clip of Sophia last night. Really one of the greatest clips in the internet history. Who is that? Who is that?
I don't know, but it was fucking funny as shit.
She was like, well, I robbed Orlando Bloom's house, so credit to that girl, though. She was like,
Yeah.
hey.
Hey, listen, I robbed an A-lister. Okay, I don't know where we were.
All right, Jack, what do you love about college football?
I love. Next up, it just says hot girls.
I mean, that we knew Jack was going to pull that one out. for sure.
So like
It's
cheerleaders.
you, brother.
You know the CBS shots, the CBS shots of like
Right.
Bama, any SEC.
Oh, CBS gets the horniest camera guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
definitely.
A student, even like you don't even have to do student. I mean, you could go anywhere in the crowd.
I like how
Hot moms too.
I like how the SEC teams they know it, and they'll have herds of hot girls together. Like
Yeah.
Georgia, was it Georgia this year that had like
Auburn.
30 hot girls together?
It was the sorority. They'll put the sororities together.
Yeah.
Also, like when the hot moms get on the camera and they're just
Yes,
everyone
like,
loses
they
their
showed
minds.
Stetson Bennett's mom, I think during maybe the SEC championship or the semifinals of the college football playoff, and I was like, wait, how did I not know about this?
Yes, that's such a Jack answer. I love it.
I love, and this is the first team specific one, but it won't be the only one. I love Tennessee running through the T.
Nice.
I love, and I had never, I had experienced it in person from a bad seat when I was poor, but I had never, when we were there, we were on the field, and we saw it, and we felt it, and we looked up, and 100,000 people. That's something else, man.
Especially at night.
At night, like running through the T,
Similar along those same lines. I love Hold That Tiger.
Okay.
All right.
Love it.
Yeah.
When the whole, especially because you're not supposed to say, the
Suck my.
suck my dick and all that, but I love Hold That Tiger.
Okay. I love. Fuck! I just had one that was really good.
He's messing up the rhythm.
You just gave me a good pass and I missed the three, but I got the rebound.
Dropped the ball out of bounds.
And you know what I love? You're gonna like this one.
All right.
Because you've mentioned it before. 2:30 or 3:30 CBS game that starts with the sun,
Mm-hmm.
ends in the dark.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's usually when the games really matter because it's
Right.
late October, November, and it's like we got a 10-1 team against 9-2, or even 11.
Starts with the bright sunshine and
bright
the,
sunshine.
Ends at
And
night.
people are into it.
ends in just pitch black dark.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. That's a
Love that
great.
too.
That's so college football.
Yeah.
I don't think it happens in the NFL much.
It happens, but it's not as noticeable because I don't think NFL stadiums let sunshine in as well.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
for-
They're taller, they're bigger.
Except for Jerry Jones.
Well, some of them do, but yeah. but like the
Get some blackout shades,
problem
Jerry.
is the East Coast games, or like the West Coast games, are usually the 4:00 games, so it doesn't get dark there, right? And there's some games that do it. Sometimes you have a 4:25 East Coast game that'll be in the dark, but not as much.
Yes.
Tailgating. I like taking
Brandon.
a boat. Is that another match?
But can I even make it further?
Yeah.
This is even more painful for
Make
me.
it tighter, yeah.
Baylor's tailgating.
Baylor's.
And I don't even like Baylor. We know if you listen to this podcast, I fucking hate Baylor. But I wanted to give it a good, solid rating today. Because have you seen the I mean, obviously all tailgating is cool.
Right.
But the fact that that's happening in Waco, Texas, because Waco's a shithole, and you can sailgate, and it
is.
actually like looks like Baylor sailgating is I love.
By the way, did she stop me from being mean about Alabama and then just call Waco a shithole?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just
saying I love that inside a
I'm
shithole.
just saying
You
you
have a beautiful.
wouldn't let me talk bad about Eli.
I'm not talking bad about him. I'm saying
Calling their place a shithole.
no. I'm saying I love that inside a shithole town there is a beautiful scenery, beautiful scene.
I think there's a double
Baylor
standard here.
sailgating.
I love dumb mascots like Big Red, Western Kentucky. Now, that's not specific to college football, but college football, more than any other sport, brings live mascots to games because it's outside. It's much easier. College basketball, maybe they'll bring the Bulldogs because it's easy.
Sure.
But like even Smokey for Tennessee.
Bevo ain't hanging out at the sideline of a basketball game.
No, of course not. Like,
That'd
how
be
are they
cool
going to
if
get
he
him
did,
in?
though.
At a football game,
Cool as
Bevo's
hell.
got his own section.
Yeah.
So I love live mascots and dumb mascots like Big Red from
We'll hear more from mascots later.
Yes.
I love early season night games. Now, night games as a whole are superior games
Correct.
to attend.
Correct.
They are great games to attend. But I love early season. I like September, all the way up to mid-October night games because night games in November are cold as shit.
Yep.
But short sleeve, outside night games are elite.
Well, yeah.
With the 70-degree night games you cannot beat them because in the South in September you're still flirting with playing. If you're playing at 2:30, you're still flirting with playing at 95-degree.
Yes.
Or 100, yeah.
And that
especially down on the
stinks.
field, right?
But if your second week game is against if Arizona's visiting you and you're playing at 6 o'clock in the
Yes.
South, it's elite. It's an elite feeling.
Elite.
Yes.
You're not gonna like this one, Brandon.
Oh, that's fine.
I love how Dabo runs faster than his players.
Oh no.
I love
I
it.
hate this.
I guess it is Love Week, so we're
It's
not
Love
supposed
Week,
to go
yeah.
back against it. But can we
I love it.
end this one so I can come back next week?
Yeah.
I love
that
it.
Dabo wants everybody to see him.
Yeah, I think it's very funny.
Jack.
I love to go off of Dabo and then other coaches, the like clash in generations of olds like coaches and then young kids. And we see it on TikTok. We see sometimes it's very cringe, but I love that we get that.
Like Brian Kelly right now.
Yes, and then like Dabo, we even saw Dabo sitting on the lap of a recruit.
Yeah.
Ryan Kelly. We had Dabo's cringiest TikTok thing ever. Coaches dancing in the locker room. It's very. I love that about the sport.
Did you know at the Super Bowl party we had one of those
Yes, I saw that.
picture taking things? All it is an iPhone or a camera set up on
It just goes around.
a wheel.
Yeah.
That goes around you.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
Yeah, it's fucking cool
We
as
should
shit.
get one for this show.
We should.
Do one every week.
I would love that. Oh, please don't put me on camera. I hate it.
Oh, never mind.
What?
Nothing. I almost said a behind the scenes thing in front of the scenes.
Okay, yeah, no front of the scenes.
Yeah. I almost said a beside. I need your help with something. And really help me. Don't just say no. Don't just. Last time I asked for help, you said no. Help me with something. It's a small project.
The last time you asked me to do a very big thing.
I know, and I shouldn't have asked you. This time's a small thing. This
Okay.
time's a 30-minute commitment.
All right.
Once, not every day.
We'll see about this.
Do I need to mediate?
This is why I didn't tell him happy birthday.
I might need to mediate.
I love. This is a basic bitch answer.
Okay. It's okay.
At first day of fall camp, when you see your players' helmets on Twitter and you see them in shorts and you see them, you see your fucking coaches out there in his short sleeves and his gray shorts saying, yeah, it's just good to knock the rust off, good to be out here. That first day, usually about July 30th, August 1st, just first day of fall camp. Let you know it's coming. I'm gonna double up on that. I also love, and I've said it before, I love YouTube Day in the summer. The first day in the summer where you decide college football is coming, and I'm going to watch all the college football highlights on YouTube today. Those are two different summer things. I wrapped them up in one. Go.
This one pains me.
Yes?
I love horns up. As a hand, I think this is the best hand signal in college football.
How many?
Like you got like
How many hand signals?
heck, I mean, I have A&M has one, like Gig'em, like, but I think this, like, when you see an entire stadium doing this.
Wait, is it just the state of Texas that decided to do hand signals? How many other teams have hand signals? I think NC State does Wolfpack.
You do Wolfpack?
Yeah, they do Wolfpack.
Oh, wait. You.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
The Tomahawk for Florida State.
That's a hand.
The Gator.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're getting there.
We're getting there. So I think that horns up when everybody stands there for the eyes of Texas.
You think that's the best one?
Yes.
Because just doing that right now, I think Gator Chomp is the best.
No, I think people can be off beat with that.
Right.
But if you look at a Texas game, especially Texas basketball, because it's just like, I don't know, it's like everybody's close or whatever. Like when everybody's singing the eyes of Texas with this up, looks very cool.
So in the crowd, I do think that's better.
Yes.
But on the field after a touchdown to taunt the other team or to celebrate, this is unmatched.
I would agree with that, but I love the horns up.
It also
and horns down equally, Jack. Jack's doing the horns down. Like I think that the horns in general are the best hand signal.
Jack.
I love country roads. I love West Virginia.
Country road.
All of their stadiums singing it. Whether that's after the game, I think they do it.
To a play.
They win usually, and I love that about West Virginia. Something about that song. I mean, everyone loves that song. I'm not gonna sing, but yeah.
Okay, well we're taking country road. So doing the college football show, I think there have been two show closing songs that were elite. One is Jump Around, of course.
Of course.
The other is Country Roads. When we got up off the West Virginia set and they were all singing it. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah. That was really good. I'm trying to think of any other one that stands out.
Did we do Enter Sandman at Virginia Tech? I don't remember if we did or not.
We had to have.
I'm sure we did.
Had to have. I actually have Enter Sandman on my list.
At Michigan, we did Mr. Brightside because that was like a week after it went
that
viral.
was fun.
Yeah. I love LSU's midfield logo.
Ooh, that's a good one. Best one.
I love that eye of the tiger in the middle of Tiger Stadium because everybody has their main logo or everybody has a T or an S or a P or something. LSU just has a fucking tiger's eye.
And it kind of fades too.
It fades. It's
beautiful.
Just lighting, just everything about it. LSU's midfield logo is the best in college football.
I love snow games.
Yes. Very rare, but they count.
I love snow games, and I'm going to double down on snow games.
Yes.
I love watching these shirtless drunk people at snow games.
Yes.
Because especially college kids, that they aren't feeling a fucking thing. They love their lives, and watching snow games on TV is just an elite experience.
Jack. You're just killing the offense, Jack.
We're doing a no huddle, Jack.
Yeah, you're doing no huddle, and you're wanting to get the play call in.
The play call.
Really running the play
you too long to get the play call in.
Yeah. I love that we can enjoy shitty parts of the sport, like action.
Yeah. But there are different layers of
There's layers to it. Like we know they won't win the national championship, but we're gonna enjoy that game.
Yep.
And it's gonna matter in that
and it's
moment.
gonna be in the middle of the week, and we're all gonna care about it.
And it's gonna be fun. And yeah.
I like that one.
I love Penn State's whiteout. I know it's a basic, it's a.
But there's a lot of basic things.
There's a lot of basic, but shit, how cool does that look?
It looks very cool.
100,000 people all wearing the same fucking color, and any color out is good. But Penn State is the model of it.
Yeah.
They get the most buy-in because everywhere else, whenever we try to do a maroon out or a stripe out or a white out, there's always assholes that wear pink or
No,
blue.
but you know who else does it really well though? Tennessee, when they do the checkers.
Yeah.
They follow the rules. Or A&M is very good when they do the American flag.
If you've ever gone to one of your team's games and didn't participate in the blank out, you're an asshole.
You're a total asshole.
You're a fucking asshole.
Like, who do you think you are?
All
You
right,
think
like,
you're more important than
no.
the blank out?
wear your fucking. If they tell you wear white, wear white. If they tell you wear maroon or pink, wear pink.
You're not special.
No, it's a community, and we're supporting our team. Wear your fucking color you're supposed to wear.
When we are watching it on TV and we see that one fucking asshole wearing pink in the middle of a bunch of maroon, we're
You're an
like,
asshole.
you are an asshole. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? I love the Sooner Schooner. I think it's funny.
I love when it wrecks.
I didn't want to say that because I felt like people would be like, yes, when it wrecks, it's even funnier as long as someone gets
It
hurt.
wrecks a shocking amount of time.
Right. Well, I think that's why I love it because it always goes viral.
They keep going.
I love the Sooner Schooner. It gives us great pleasure as long as no one gets hurt.
How many? At least 3 or 4 times it's wrecked. And
I can only think of one.
really
No, it's wrecked.
Twice. There's the
wrecked them. Damn near killed them.
there was the one I think 2 years ago.
Oh, it wrecked 5 or 10 years ago too.
Yeah. So
But 2 years ago was the last viral one.
yes.
Okay, Jack?
Me?
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I love early
Three-man drill.
early season bowl games.
Okay.
Or not early season, early bowl season games.
Oh, okay. That didn't make sense at first, but
No, I knew.
you like the first trickling out of bowl.
Like the 19th of December.
The ones
Before
that
Christmas.
everybody complains about.
Right. And everybody watches.
Everybody
but-
gambles on too. Everyone
But
gambles on those.
somehow it's more watched than any college basketball game of the season.
Wow.
But everybody complains about it. So yeah.
Yep.
So I love. This is a very nuanced one. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna quote it. I love. This is Adam Zucker in New York, and then he just gives us a highlight from somewhere else.
Yep.
I love hearing Adam Zucker's. I didn't know I loved hearing Adam Zucker's name. He's the one in CBS, and there are others at other places. But there's Adam Zucker in New York, up in State College. Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Yes, give it to me. Give me all the Adam Zucker in New York you can give me.
Great voice.
Fantastic voice.
Great voice.
This is Adam Zucker in New York. Yep.
Yep. I love Dreamland Barbecue in Tuscaloosa. It is so good. And on top of that, here's the thing. When I was working for ESPN, they always cater in meals for like the broadcast team. And most places, and any food is great. Like everybody was very hospitable. But most places it's like, some sandwiches, some chips,
Not
at
just-
Alabama,
Dreamland.
when you're going, they got the mac and cheese, they've got the ribs, the brisket, the mashed potatoes, the potato salad, the greens. Boy, is it fucking good.
What's going on right now?
What?
Oh. Nothing. Jack?
I love viral crowd shots. I think it peaks with college football. I don't think any other sport. What?
Nothing.
No, I like that one, especially because it's Jack's job to find those.
Yeah.
I have to go to the bathroom, and I just had a pain.
Again?
No, it's not a pee pain. It's a poop pain.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
no,
no,
I
I'm
love
gonna go with
viral crowd shots. I think they're great.
Well,
I think
mean,
they're
can't
very
sit here
funny,
knowing you're going.
And
Fine.
it goes hand in hand with why I love the sport. I do love the on-field stuff, of course, but the off-the-field stuff makes it that much better.
You mind if I go gay for a second?
Gay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I do a gay one?
Yeah.
Casey, you mind?
Well, the fact you just called me Katie is.
Katie, you mind?
No, I mean, I just can't imagine anywhere else on the planet that does like a majorly successful podcast where they talk about pooping.
Tell me.
Can
What's
you
the
imagine
gay
like
one?
on SportsCenter, like Matt Berry was like,
This one's between me and you because we saw it in person. This one we saw it in person. I love Kirk Herbstreit's eyes.
oh,
I mean,
Oh, geez.
Oh.
It was gay.
oh my God.
love it. It's
You
not
didn't
gay if
see
I
him,
say.
Jack. You didn't see him.
I
Oh
believe
my
you.
God.
I never seen anything like it. It was like pools of water. It was like 2 swimming pools in his face.
You know who has equally as blue eyes,
Who?
which we've always known, but we really knew after last week.
Who's that?
Joe Burrow. That light was hitting his eyes at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Boy, were they blue.
We were on the tarmac and Kirk was there and he had that blue jacket on and he just looked at you. It's like 2 swimming pools looking at you. It's like a water slide. It's
Yes.
just beautiful eyes.
Beautiful eyes.
I mean,
Beautiful.
I'm as straight
I
as.
love remembering random players.
Oh, okay, so you're just gonna skip game.
I was just.
Yeah. No, he's proud that he had one.
You're just jacking with the rhythm all day. It was Casey's turn.
But I remembered a random player.
Who is it?
Steven Garcia.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That was a bad high five. There we go.
Yeah.
I love.
Look, watch the TV when you do it. There's a
Oh,
delay.
there's a delay.
There is. Yeah.
I love fans storming the field even though they know they're gonna get fined every single
Oh
fucking.
yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Like the SEC is like, oh, we're gonna fine you. Like we don't give a shit.
I also kind of like the idea because it does. I'm sure it hurts the schools, but I love the SEC or the ACC or somebody saying, "Oh, we're gonna fine you." You ain't finding me.
No.
You don't find them.
Yeah.
You don't find
Like,
my
what?
school.
What? It's like my school's gonna try to stop me. If like no, I love it. I love that no one gives a fuck. It's like, oh, what's your measly 25 grand? Whatever. I'm storming the fuck out of this field.
Do you have another one?
No, I already went for this.
No, you
one.
broke the whole.
No, now
You
we're
want me
going
to
back.
go?
Change
No,
the
no,
order.
no,
He
no,
changed
now,
the order.
no, okay, no, we're not though. Now you go, then I go, then he goes.
All right, we're
Back on.
restore the order.
Yeah, we're restoring order.
All right, this is one that's.
What are you doing?
What were you doing?
I was literally on Twitter.
Why were you holding up your phone like you were taking a picture of us?
Because my phone was being so dumb. I need a new one. I wasn't taking. Why does it matter if I'm taking a picture?
You're erratic today. I'm just gonna say
We're
it.
here. We're on camera. Like
Can I just say he's erratic today?
yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Are you going through some shit at home?
He's mad at the birthday. I'm sorry. I'll get you a birthday present.
I'm not. No, I don't want
How's
a
your
birthday.
how's
Get
your
you a
love
Peter
life going?
Millar
It's
Yukon
it's
shirt.
fine.
Your
No,
love life is fine.
They don't have Yukon.
Oh yeah,
They have 140 different logos, just not
They
you.
only have major schools.
I mean, they have. Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to give a shout out to somebody else in the industry who's frankly a competitor to us, but I've talked to him before.
You love him.
I love him.
I think you want to marry him.
I don't want to marry him.
Can I guess?
He's great.
Who is
Is
it?
it Peter Burns?
No, I do love Peter Burns.
Awesome though. He's really good at his job.
This guy that I'm about to say, I love Josh Pate.
Oh yeah, he's
Josh
good.
Pate with CBS 24/7. He's great. He's fantastic. He's not as good as me, but how many people are? He is.
Nobody.
Yeah, he is good for not. He's the best non-Brandon Walker, Casey Smith, Jack McGuire person out
I
there.
love that you added us in. Thank you.
Yeah, so-
I love that.
I'm oftentimes very not shocked, just impressed by everything. He's a great talker.
He's a good. He's not. Again, he's not us.
I'm not saying he's you. I'm just
Not
we're
us.
loving.
Right.
We're loving.
He doesn't have the guts that I got. You know, being
Well, we also have we can say whatever we want.
true. Actually, fuck him. Now that I think about it.
All right. Wow, that was.
Well, no, love.
Oh well, fuck him with love. No, that's again.
I love the delusional hate that fills social media every Saturday night.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes,
I
queen.
eat that shit up. Not even just every Saturday night. Like the first
Pretty much
one
every night.
but the first one that really came to my head when I wrote this down was like how ridiculous Florida State Twitter was when Deion stole their recruit.
Yep.
Like I fucking love it. Like as long as you're not embroiled in it, watching it is so fun.
So let me just, since you said it, and this is the third time we've had I have team Twitters written down.
Oh,
There's no rhyme or reason. We will, as a team, we're so tribal.
Yes.
We will all just embrace the same thing and point in the same direction. It's like, it's stupid, but Tennessee fans, when they didn't want to hire, their Twitter changed that job.
Yep.
Yes.
Tennessee Twitter, Florida State Twitter. I mean, our team Twitters get together and we will be stupid together.
I mean the
We'll be
fact
stupid as fuck together.
everyone because it's a group think, it's a group thought. Obviously Florida State Twitter has come after us a few times. You know, a lot
come
of
after you a couple times.
well, that's because I don't like the Bryles family. Shocker. I mean, whatever. But I love watching it from afar. Like on the first signing day when Deion flipped that recruit, being in Twitter Spaces with Florida State fans was so fun. And then you get to the even more side. Like whenever we put out the clip of me saying like, let's fucking play Texas. I don't care. A&M football players were coming after me. That's because they thought I was talking shit. And I was like, no, guys, everyone calm down. Everyone's delusional, but it's fun to watch.
Jack?
I love how dumb this sport is. Think about over the past year how dumb this sport's become. Not just because it's still a great sport. I mean, it's a legitimate sport. But you remember the alliance between the Big 12,
Oh, yeah.
Pac-12, and ACC?
Yeah.
That, like, Gene Smith came out the other day and pretty much said, no, like, I don't understand why we would do that when we can schedule out of conference games with Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma, and Notre Dame instead. Why should I be tied to scheduling against the Pac-12? Like, that literally meant nothing. And everybody at the time was like, that's dumb. But they went through with it, did their little stupid press conferences, and we all just laughed at them. And I could give a billion other examples, but I'm not.
I got an example for you.
Yeah.
How about going into the 2020 season when the Big Ten just stepped to the mic and said, all right, we're canceling the season. Isn't that right, everybody? And everybody else was like,
you know what that was? It was like the people that are like, oh, let's all jump off the cliff together, and everyone starts running, and just the Big Ten jumps, and everybody else is up top.
The Big Ten just looks back. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Somehow got saved, yeah.
Yeah, they somehow got saved, yeah. All right, I love I got so many.
I have so many, too.
Okay, all right. So this is going to take a while. I love, and it's rare, maybe happens once a season, I love seeing mascots get penalized.
Oh.
I love seeing mascots like get too excited in the celebration. And I'm not talking about Bevo. I'm talking about the guy in the suit.
The costumes.
And there's a touchdown, and they just run, they jump, and I love just seeing the ref, how disgusted he is by having to throw this flag. All right, fuck. You can't be on the field. I love just seeing mascots. Maybe not even penalized, just mascots overreaching and doing stuff. Like every now and then you'll see one just like creep into the end zone, or you'll see one do something that's just really stupid, and it goes viral, and I love it.
Okay, on that note, I love whenever mascots, like, and it's very rare that it happens, but you'll see it every once in a while, where they just like hip check somebody or they run into somebody because they're really mad, but they look like clowns because they're in a costume.
Right.
I love that. And then to double down, because I also have this written because we're talking about mascots, I love live mascots. Like Jack said, I think my number one live mascot entrance, not the mascot itself, because I love dogs. I love dogs. Dogs are number one. The War Eagle.
Oh, really?
I think that the way that thing flies around and knows exactly where to go is majestic.
Well, let me.
Okay.
Because I have
majestic
I
as
have one
fuck.
similar, so I'm gonna just go ahead and dive in right here.
Okay.
My favorite live animal mascot entrance. I know Bevo gets all the credit. It's Ralphie. It's a fucking buffalo.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a running ass buffalo. Like.
But here's the thing with those though. It's
You realize how dangerous a running buffalo is?
No, it's super dangerous. But it's being held. My thing with the eagle is like that thing just knows where to go.
It ain't being held.
No, it's just
They
flying
think it's
around.
no, I'm talking about Ralphie. They think they're holding it. They ain't holding that thing.
Well, no, if he wanted to act out, he definitely could. I mean, by far the best.
Right, the eagle's awesome.
Yeah, the best live mascots are always dogs. The best entrance to me is an eagle that just knows where to fucking go. How do you train that thing to know that?
I just remember, and if you want to talk about real pure love of the game, so me and Casey are standing at the 25-yard line in Knoxville. And, we're lucky in life. We get to do these things. And we're standing there, and when it comes to true love of the game, Casey just looks at me and says, will you go with me to see Smokey? And I said, yeah, well, fine. And so we're in one end zone. He's literally in the opposite corner of the opposite end zone. So we walk 100 yards, and she just walks up to Smokey and just hugs him like they were just, long lost friends. Just pure love of the game, pure love of mascots.
Oh my God. Every dog mascot. I mean, obviously I think Reveille is the prettiest because she is. But if there's a dog mascot,
Smokey's a good looking dog.
I will not go into a stadium if I have field access, which obviously, like you said, we live a lucky life, so we get to do all those things. If I don't fucking pet those dogs, I have not completed my trip.
When we go to Starkville, did we?
No, because we weren't on the field. But I've met Bully.
Like we saw him before.
I've met him because I
know the woman that.
Yeah, I do. I met her again when I was with ESPN. I had much more access to him. I think I have a photo on my Instagram with Bully.
Is it your turn?
Yeah, this is relatively new, but I love our Twitter Spaces with college football fans after a big event. We saw it, like you said, Casey, after the Florida State. Jackson State, Dion.
I think this will be our
Auburn.
First season with them, really.
Oh, it's going to be
especially
so
after
beautiful.
games.
Can you imagine the drunk people that are going to start Twitter Spaces? It's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, I think it's really going to be phenomenal.
We should do because we do Saturday night podcasts. We should really have we should get an intern or somebody that just is monitoring Twitter Spaces while we're recording to see what's happening.
Hopefully, the good thing is people have started to screen record and stuff, and they get out there and they become viral, and we get them sent to us.
Yeah.
It's almost like the internet helps us a lot because they just want to. Everyone's like us. They just want to laugh about how.
But imagine them live after the games.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's going to be great.
be
The first
amazing.
live one that I saw, if I recall correctly, was after a game was when Auburn lost to Houston in
I don't
the
know.
whatever Birmingham Bowl, and they were all yelling about T.J. Finley, Harsin, and this was obviously before all of the big time
Yeah.
Harsin rumors.
The first Twitter space I was truly invested in was the one, like I said, the FSU Dion one.
I love, and this is again rare, but I love watching ball boys on the sideline get a little too excited. Now, the thing about ball boys is they don't just stay on their sidelines.
No.
They have to be on both sides. You have to have one on both sidelines because you
Called
never know where the
managers, by
ball's
the
going
way.
to go.
They're called managers.
So,
Equipment managers.
fine. The ball boys. So they're standing there with balls, and there have to be some on the visiting sidelines too.
Yes, yes.
And every now and then their team will do something, and you'll just see them running or excited or jumping, and they're surrounded by players and coaches and
Yes.
everything. And it's just, and it never goes truly viral or anything. It's just something that if you're watching, if you know what you're looking for, you'll see it. And sometimes you'll catch a side eye or you'll catch something. I love watching equipment managers acting out.
I have a lot of guy friends who are equipment managers, so thank you for being PC and calling them what they actually are.
Well, I didn't want to. You may.
Okay, it's fine. This is not a
Love
surprise.
that teams.
Yeah, this is not a surprise to anybody. But as a girl that grew up in the Big 12 and then is now an SEC fan, I love the Big 10.
Yes, you've said that many times.
I love the Big 10. And when I was working for ESPN, I got to
Tell
go
us
to
what you love the most.
I love Madison, Wisconsin. I
Hey.
love Jump Around. I love Camp Randall. I love that town. I love the Tornado Room or wherever we went. I love everything about that town.
That hotel.
I love the hotel, the Edgewater. Love the Edgewater. Love that I could see the
It was
fucking
nice.
lakes from my shower. I love everything. The cheese curds that I ordered at 3 a.m. in the morning with my glass of red wine. Fantastic. But we know how much I love Wisconsin.
Speaking of red wine, if you
Oh, yeah. I do.
about time for a pour.
I need another pour. But I never really when I was working for ESPN, I didn't get to go to a lot of Big 10 games, like maybe like one or two. Mostly it was Big 12, ACC, and SEC. Working at Barstool, we've gone to a ton of them, obviously, because of Dan and Dave. I love the culture of the Big 10.
Also, did you see? This is brief news note. NBC's trying to get the Big 10 rights.
Really?
And they're trying to do it, or they're trying to take away the big noon kickoff from Fox, and then they're going to have the 12 o'clock Big 10 game at noon, and then it'll go right into the Notre Dame 3:30 game.
That would
I hope
be
that doesn't
hilarious.
happen because I think Fox has really come a long way in a short time with that.
I agree with you.
agree.
It was just
But their pregame show stinks.
guess how much
All
their
pregame shows
guess how
except
much
for ours.
I'm about to say ours, doesn't it?
guess how much their rights are going to be.
$10 billion.
Oh no, that's a lot of money.
Okay.
I think
$2 billion.
No, yeah, 1.1 billion. I think
That's a lot of money.
for the
A lot of
football,
money.
just for
$1
football.
billion with a B.
I love.
I think that was it.
It's
Yeah.
Jack's turn.
No,
Hard to,
Well,
not that big.
no, it's not that big of a deal. I love, and this happens in NFL too, but I love the shots of offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators in their in their booths up top, and because you look at them and because we know everything about this sport, those men haven't seen their families in months, and all they care about is this team. And when something good happens, you can just see the pure joy. But when something goes bad, they also, like, there was one, I think, of Bill O'Brien when they messed up something. Like, Bryce Young just overthrew somebody or something. And he's just like, motherfucker. Like, you could tell, like, these guys care so much. So I think it's even a little bit.
It's also, and it's what's right about it, it's the dumbest shot possible because
It's like,
it's just a guy sitting there.
and he's like, you could see the dip cup, the dip
Right.
spit, the
Yes.
cup right to his right, and then, like, the Red Bull to his left. Like, this man is the unhealthiest man in America.
And he's just in work mode. He's like,
care.
He's a robot.
you're
But
basically looking at him in his cubicle.
yeah, and all he cares about, and it is kind of crazy to think about. There's 80,000 people in this
And he's
stadium
looking-
watching, and he really controls it.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like kind of doing it, and it's what makes football. And I also, you know what I love? I don't know if you saw this clip. After Georgia won, and this happens all the time. It's the coaches coming from those press boxes and running
out.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
elevator and then taking it
Yes.
out, and they're so happy because this is all that they've worked for, and it's kind of like, oh man, that's like cool and special.
And they got to get to their guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick.
I love the noise of a long touchdown. I love, and the best clip of this is, it was on Twitter, maybe it's on YouTube, was the ground level view of a Florida touchdown against Auburn. There's two distinct noises. He gets the ball and he breaks out. Looks like it's going to be about a 9-yard run, 15-yard run, and there's that noise. There's 15-yard, and then he breaks the tackle at the 15-yard mark, and the crowd realizes touchdown. And it just goes from like DEFCON 10 to DEFCON 20. I just love that just wall of noise that hits you.
Okay, I'm going to go off of that. I love the noise of a gigantic hit. Now, of course, like in these days they don't happen as much because of targeting.
Right.
But like the old school like tackles where like the guy's head basically comes off and like the sound where everyone's like, "Ooh!" Love that.
How about the noise the crowd makes when a field goal hits the upright?
Oh, so good.
You hear the donk. Oh.
Doink.
Just the
fan reactions.
The anticipation of a field goal about to be kicked, especially in college, because you have no idea if it's going in. That goes hand in hand with those viral clips that we're talking about. We can talk about that Texas A&M clip.
Seth Smalls.
I love sarcastic. I love sarcastic cheers.
Yes.
Like if the crowd's been screaming for a holding call all night and you're down 27-0 and they call holding on the team, and
or a first down happens for the first time.
Yeah.
28-3, and then it's like, oh, thank God we finally got a first down.
I don't know whose turn it is, so we just said I love a lot of things.
I'll go again.
Okay.
I love. This is my only homer one.
I got a homer one.
Okay. I love Vern Lundquist's call of the Johnny Manziel touchdown when they beat Alabama number 1.
Gracious?
Oh my gracious! How about that?
Yeah.
Chills down my.
Great call. Yeah.
Chills.
Thinking about great calls is when
and like just watching that.
Let me say they got him.
They got him.
Yeah. Got
and
him.
then, like,
oh my gracious!
Then Johnny like spins around, and that when I see that, because when I was watching that game, obviously no one thought A&M was going to beat Alabama.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But like that call, if you ask me, granted it is a homer call, but I still think even if it's not a homer call, I think more college football fans, like that's when A&M was put on the map, that game.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Also when Johnny won your Heisman.
Yeah, and he did the Heisman in that game too. Johnny.
Jack?
Damn. I had one.
Oh no.
You can go though.
I love watching Auburn fucking embarrass themselves. Love it.
So petty.
There's no team that does it better than them. There's no team that steps on their own dick more than Auburn.
You know what? Can I double down? I love the Texas is back thing for that same reason.
Yeah,
it's
I can see
It's
that.
the same shit. Texas is back, and then they lose to Kansas.
The only thing.
They're not back. Don't fucking.
The only thing is this time it may be.
No.
Casey, they're gonna be so
God,
good.
I can't wait for this season.
They're gonna be so
you guys
good.
Are fucking losers.
God.
Loser mentality. I'm telling you right now.
He just smokes the ball.
I tweeted it off on a surf.
Okay, good.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
Loser mentality.
Xavier
Are you
Worthy.
guys about to tell me that after all this?
They have the best quarterback.
Oh,
Running
fuck off.
quarterback,
After
receiver.
all,
It's gonna be
wait,
incredible.
hold on.
And
Hold
tight
on.
end, too.
Hold on.
Oklahoma's
Hold
gonna
on.
be down, too.
Hold on. Hold on.
They're still in the Big 12.
After you two were ringing A&M's bell all last year, and then they got the number 1 recruiting class,
They're
and
young.
now you're Longhorn fans? I do love that, but don't screenshot that, Jack. You guys are stupid.
You think Jack's the only one to screenshot that?
Yeah.
No, everyone's
Right.
going to screenshot it.
On YouTube
Hey,
for the entire world.
tell
Somebody
you-
in
can I-
India
can
can
I please
retweet
tell
it.
you, this is something I've never admitted on this podcast.
What's that?
You love Texas.
No.
You have a burnt orange tattoo.
No. I have a lot of I don't have it anymore because I got rid of it, but at some point in my young college career, I was seeing a Texas basketball player. And so I would go to Austin and I would wear orange because I was sitting in the family section.
Kevin Durant?
No.
That's
He was
crazy.
before my time. Kevin Durant was before my time.
Try-
But there are photos of me in said shirts.
PJ Tucker?
No, there's photos of me in said shirts because
some others.
Just love him laughing. Just,
I
there's such
Za knows my shit. Okay, Za knows my shit. But yes, I did.
such a randomness to Za's laughter. Outburst of laughter.
Well, no, because he listened to CCK.
Za's gonna
so
like
he
my
knows,
next one. Za's gonna like my next one.
He knows. Za knows my shit.
Za's gonna
I had
like
a
my
phase.
next
I
one.
had a phase where I was a Longhorn fan, but only for basketball. Only when I was in Austin.
Because like you can there's definitely marriages that happen. Not that
Oh no, my parents were very
there's
unhappy.
marriages that happen of Auburn, Alabama fan. Like, it's like a house divided.
I mean,
but,
we didn't work out, obviously.
You got to leave by 4:30.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
going to have to.
Okay. I have one more, and then you can,
We can just speed
rip
through
off
'em?
them.
All right.
I love that college football stood up to COVID and said, no, we're playing in 2020.
Love that one, Jack.
And I love that college football even said that, like, college football, not to say, like, even make it left versus right, but they were just like, no, we're doing this, and we're going to have fans at the stadium, even though there was some games that didn't, but, like, we're going to have fans.
We're going to do what we
You're talking
want.
about 2020. In 2021, college football was like, no, fans are back.
Yeah, and there was a time there where they're like, "Are you sure you can do this?" Like, remember the first Virginia Tech UNC game?
Yeah.
Like, Rex Chapman tweeted out like, "Oh, there's got to tweeted out the statistics about Virginia because all the Virginia Tech fans were there." And no, they were like, "Nope, we're keeping this the same, and we don't care, and we're gonna be fine." And that's great. And I think, I love that about the SEC. I love that about the Big 12.
Remember when A&M
Yeah.
only had 20% in their stadium?
That is true. Yep.
They had 75,000.
No, they did not. Well,
I love.
should we just rapid fire them?
We can. It's just me and you now, right?
Yeah, and Jack said he's done.
My phone died too.
I
Here,
listen,
you want a charger?
I don't even know if he works for us anymore. I think he's not going to work for us soon. But I love Joey Molinaro's Gus Johnson.
Okay. Yeah.
The Gus Johnson ordering the McDonald's. I'm loving
Even Joey's Nick Saban.
Nick Saban is Ed Orgeron.
Yeah.
Time. This isn't a time for him. I met Ed Orgeron.
Oh,
How have you just now fucking dropped that?
I went at the Super Bowl. I went to so I have an agent.
Oh, nice.
My agent.
Congratulations, you should have had one a while ago.
My agent invited me to a party. His agency party. Yes, I've had him for a while. He invited me to an agency party.
Oh, the agency parties are the best.
And I said, okay, yeah. So I walk in there, and there's famous people there.
Of course, because it's an agency party.
Paul Pierce is there.
You were there.
Trevor Lawrence walks in. I'm there.
Of course, you were there. Mhm.
So we're sitting there and we're chilling, and I look over my shoulder. Ed Orgeron, just chilling.
Love it.
In a nice coat. Beautiful blonde woman beside him. And I'm like, this is the one person I don't want to meet. I'm like,
Yeah.
because
You don't want to meet.
I've said some shit. I've said some shit.
No, Sam Pittman is the one you don't want to
Oh,
meet.
no. He said.
First of all, this wasn't a McDonald's. Sam Pittman wasn't going to be there.
Yeah, that's a good.
So I'm like, I kind of don't want to meet him. I kind of pushed out. And, God bless Dan Katz. He's a great guy. We're standing there in a group and we're talking. What's his name? Basketball guy. Mark Titus is there.
Okay, yeah.
And Mark Titus is like, we're talking, and then here comes Coach O. And I'm thinking, okay, well, he's not going to know. So I'm just going to shake his hand with authority, and I'm be like, and I said, Coach, how you doing? Brandon Walker. He said, Brandon, good to meet you. And I look over, and Dan's standing there like this.
He has a tweet.
He has his fucking phone in his hand. He goes,
Dan is the GOAT.
Coach, let me show you something.
No.
GOAT.
Was it when
That
like
is
they'll
so
never win
fucking
with?
good.
No, it was something to the effect of, well, it wouldn't be hard to be smarter than Ed Orgeron.
Oh, I love it.
And-
God,
and-
that's so good.
And I'm
Dan.
like,
What did he say?
I'm like, Coach, I was playing it up a little bit. I respect you. And it made me feel like an asshole. And he was like, oh, I don't care about any of that. I don't pay attention to that. And I was like, all right.
Love that.
But I don't know why I didn't get a picture. But I was like, I met it. I talked to him for like 5 minutes and whatever. It was
You
just
know
real
what,
out of
honestly
sign-
though, because sometimes getting a picture in that moment feels like way too cheesy. It's like, no,
it was
like,
inauthentic. Yeah.
And you're at the agency party, so it is different. I give you that. I have a Barstool Homer one.
All right.
I love that the Barstool College Football Show this year overtook Game Day.
We dominated them in Chicago. I know that.
Now, I'm not saying from like a viewership standpoint, because obviously we're not on network TV.
Actually,
but
we got them the most at Michigan State, didn't we?
Yes,
Michigan State.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about from the reactions, from the social reactions, from the crowd, everything. We finally hit that next level where if we're at the same place as College Game Day, the rowdy college drunk kids are coming to our show, and that's what makes those shows so
Remember
great.
their Pizza Hut fan cam?
And the fucking people. The people.
Lovely.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, so it was lovely. The people who were tweeting at me that were like, "Oh, well, obviously that wasn't like a great time." ESPN put that up, so they like it wasn't like we took that from somewhere. Like ESPN broadcasted that. So obviously that was when the fans were the best. I love that the Barstool College Football Show, we have our own bus.
Yep.
I love they're on the side of a bus.
Our faces are on it. Yeah.
I love that everybody likes to get shit-faced at them in the crowd. And I love that we're on it.
All right, let's go. You want to rapid fire this bitch?
Rapid fire, let's go.
All right. I love Homer TV shows. I don't know why they still exist in 2022. I was in Louisiana last week, and there was an LSU show on a local channel that was the dirt worst. It was a guy that was probably 60 years old with obviously dyed black hair. He was terrible. It was a 70-year-old man, and it was a good-looking, youngish black guy, probably about 40, and I feel embarrassed. I know I should have recognized who it was, but I didn't, and they were just bombing each other about LSU's signing class, and the guy was like, "Hey man, these guys are going to A&M. They ought to be going to LSU." And the other guy said, "No, Brian Kelly's doing his best. No, they ought to be going to LSU." And just Homer TV shows that nobody else in the world cares about, and these guys acting like it was the most important thing in the history of the world.
And they've been doing it for like 30 years.
30 years. Yes. I love it.
And to go off of you, I love coach shows at a random restaurant in a local in the local college town, and it's Tuesday nights. And, like, you get great clips from that. That was where Nick Saban was yelling at them and the Alabama fans and saying,
you also always,
these players are trying their best.
You always have one caller who's an asshole who gets in.
Yeah.
Yes.
He tells the screener he wants to talk about the game against Georgia, and he's like, "Coach, that was kind of a stupid fucking call, wasn't it?"
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, let it go. All right, we'll go.
I love the Rose Bowl.
That doesn't need much expounding. Nope. I love South Carolina's chicken noise. It's so random.
Yes.
It's so random that you're watching a game and you just hear a rooster cock-a-doodle-doo. It's unique. It happens. I don't think it happens anywhere else in the sports world.
No.
Is there anywhere else that does a cock-a-doodle-doo?
Someone let us know if they do. I'm surprised you haven't said this. Message boards. I mean, they're the backbone of college
football.
football.
That's a good one. I love old school college town bars that like the old people think are still like the coolest bars ever, and the young people hate.
Okay.
Right.
You know, it's like they're like, oh, like for example, and like no offense, I love the Dixie Chicken. I love the Dixie Chicken in College Station. That is not where the young people go. That's like every time ESPN comes in and like does like scenery for A&M, they're at the Dixie Chicken. College students are not going to the Dixie Chicken to party at night. They're going for the hamburgers during the day, but not at night.
What a good segue. This just really kind of worked out. I love Center Street at Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Because there's tailgating at every college. But they said, go down to Center Street. That's where the tailgating was. No, that's not tailgating. That's 15,000 drunk college kids in a small area just partying their fucking ass off before a game. It was wild. It's the coolest scene I've seen at a college football tailgate. Because, like, you go to the Quad at Alabama, you got families tailgating.
Yeah.
You got people talking. You got lawyers and everything. You go to Center Street, you see some shit. It was wild. I turned that corner. It's down in a hollow. It's down. There's a hill going into it from both ways, and you look down into it, and there's just young people as far as you can see, and they are getting tore down. Center Street, Virginia Tech. Go.
Love that. I love the Grove.
I love.
It's Love Week.
I love the Egg Bowl.
Love Week.
I love that the third-string Kansas fullback can be a hero.
Yeah.
I love that a guy who you would never think could be a hero can just show up on a Saturday and 3 hours into a game have one catch and change the whole trajectory of his team, his program. I love that happens in college football, that this guy, this walk-on, this nobody – I don't mean to call him a nobody, but in the grand scheme of things, you know what I'm saying. I love the fact that this guy, buried on the depth chart, just shows up, has the biggest catch of the year, and is a hero, and then he's on Applebee's commercials.
Okay, so to double down, one of the ones I have is I love the walk-on viral moments. Like when it's a guy who just never thought he'd go viral, never thought he'd be that big of a story. Something happens, whether it's on special teams or whatever, and we're like, that guy's a walk-on. And then usually those guys end up getting scholarships.
Okay. Into this one, I love scholarship videos.
Oh, the best.
They are the best. They are the best part of college football Twitter.
I love how much players love their strength and conditioning coaches.
That is fantastic.
I love that.
Now we're in a groove. I love.
Oh, you almost done?
I love how much people hate cowbells.
I fucking hate
I
cowbells.
love that y'all hate cowbells.
Okay.
I love that we do something. Because in the grand scheme of college football, we're not big. But I love that we do something that we love so much that bothers y'all and gives you headaches.
Okay.
Fuck all y'all.
You know what? I love that you guys make fun of yell leaders because nowhere else in the fucking country are 100,000 people saying the exact same fucking thing. You think, oh, like the cheerleaders, no offense to cheerleaders, when like, defense, there's like 20 people doing it. You go to Kyle Field at any point at night and there are 100,000 people saying the same thing at the exact same fucking time.
You know what I love? I love that your male cheerleaders grab each other's nuts, and you deny it.
They do not grab each other's nuts. They grab their own nuts sometimes.
I've seen it.
No, they grab their own nuts sometimes because that's an Army thing. Captain Cons, you can back me up. I love that nowhere else, like if you're watching a game on TV, now I will give you this, cowbells you can hear, obviously. So like that is a unique thing. Nowhere else other than like maybe Boomer Sooner every once in a while, nowhere else can you hear multiple different things that are literally from sign language. The yell leaders are literally like this one.
What does that mean?
It's beat the hell out of whoever. So like if you see all the yell leaders going like this, it's beat the hell out of Mississippi State. Hey, whoop. Like we know that.
I've never heard.
When you watch A&M games, yes you do. Jack, don't even.
I love
Johnny Manziel.
Okay.
I love Paige Browning.
I love Paige Browning. Okay, you know, we do need to do this. We need to do like a speed dating thing with her.
Oh, Casey.
I know we've been talking about it.
I got Paige Browning. I've already taken care of Paige Browning.
Really?
Oh yeah, I got her a date.
Well, yeah, but
remember a couple weeks ago when I was like, tomorrow we gotta do something.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And you didn't. You for whatever reason you didn't come in to work that day. And I texted her. I got Paige. Oh yeah.
No, Paige. Okay. Well, I know she's listening.
And Paige are.
Me and Paige are like this too. Do you have her number or you just DM her?
Well, I'm married. I can't have her number.
Listen, I have her number. She texts me. I told her we would do speed dating this summer for her.
I love Kentucky fans. And let me tell you why I love Kentucky fans.
Tell me.
These same people, the same group of human beings, in October are likable, hospitable, fantastic. They appreciate football. They appreciate their success in football, and they're good people to be around. Those same people 4 months later in February are the biggest dickhead assholes in America. They think basketball was invented to satisfy them, but in football, they are delightful. It's amazing how much bigger of an asshole we become when we win. Same people. In football, they're lovable losers. In basketball, they're dickbags.
Dickbags.
But I love them in football season.
I love the arms race of what the football facilities are. Every single year, a school upgrades, and it's like, oh, these are the best facilities in the country, and then everybody comes out of the woodworks. Like when Tennessee got the barbershop, and it was like, Tennessee got that. Then the next thing you know, A&M has the barbershop, and it's like every year the arms race. Fantastic.
I love the randomness of who can be good in college football in a certain year. There's no reason Michigan State should have been an 11-2 team. But the randomness of college football just gave it to us. Mm-hmm. We thought they were going to win 4 or 5 games. We thought they were going to be awful. We thought they'd be pathetic. And they were in the national title race until the very end with a Heisman contender. 2 years ago it was Minnesota. 1 year it was my team that went to number 1. The randomness of college football is going to give you at least 2 or 3 teams every year. We're like, wow, what? Iowa was number 2 this year. Go.
I love watching those games that you just mentioned with non-college football fans. If you're out at a bar, and it's like the Rose Bowl, for example, this year, and I was with multiple people who are not college football fans, and it was insane. We were all gambling on it, and it was like, you see, this is why we love what we do.
I love that even in 2022, when you can pay players, when they can transfer freely, coaches still feel the need to be full of shit. They still feel the need to lie. They still feel the need to say, we didn't spend no money on that recruiting class. Yeah, you did. Oh, we didn't get them out of Oklahoma. Yeah, you did. Why? I love the fact that coaches are still beholden to the fact they have to keep secrets. Guess what? The NCAA came out and said, hey, guys, you don't have to keep secrets no more. When somebody figures it out, when a coach figures out that he can just go on ESPN and say, you know what? We're going to pay the most money, and we're going to take the most transfers, and that guy's going to win a national title. And when that happens, it's going to be awesome. But I love that coaches still belong to a fraternity where they think they have to hide their secrets.
I love the coaches fraternity.
It's great.
And it sometimes has its downfall because, you know, you see like they they stand by everybody. Like if Art Briles gets a job again, like no coaches will say anything because it's and is that right? Probably not. But the coaches fraternity, like look at Derek Dooley just got hired by Nick Saban to be an offensive analyst at Alabama.
PJ Durkin killed a kid and is at A&M.
I don't know if he killed a kid.
Okay.
He absolutely killed a kid.
He wasn't even there.
I love exposing the Grove as an overrated piece of shit that nobody should like.
I love
The Grove.
Grove.
You already said that one.
I know, but I just want to double down. I love players that get overly excited or overly angry on Twitter and say something that they shouldn't and then delete it right away, but everyone has a screen grabs. Like when Zach Calzada said, suck my dick.
I was about to bring that one up.
Love it. Love it.
I love Missouri's end zone.
Ew.
I love that they have fans sitting on the hill. I love that it says Mizzou down the stripe of it. I love that. I think it looks awesome.
It looks like high school to me.
I love field houses in the end zone. Or buildings.
Yeah, and
No.
Instead of field houses now, usually they'll build facilities.
Yeah.
I love stadiums that are so big and so complete that like the entire thing is fans.
You just like the
I don't want to see a fucking parking lot.
like the bowled
I don't
in.
want to see like.
I love stadiums with views. I love a mountain coming up off a stadium. I love a river out of a
You
stadium.
know what I've realized?
What?
We could probably talk about what we love for like 17 hours.
We're wrapping up.
Stinks?
Love week.
No. Okay.
Love week.
All right.
I love.
Are you done?
I'm getting close. I got 4 more. All right, 3 more actually. Okay, yeah. I love scary group of 5 teams. I love the fact that App State exists. I love the fact that Cincinnati and SMU exist. We get in this Power 5 bubble, but if you're like a Power 5 team and in week 3 you've got App State coming in, you kind of shit your pants a little bit.
Yes.
I love that college football has that.
Okay. I love that in college football, rivalries mean so much that you might kill each other over them.
They mean more in this sport than any other sport
And I
outside of
understand-
European soccer.
Yes.
Probably.
I mean, Europe.
outside
Yeah.
of
Soccer is different,
And
but
South-
like
soccer in general.
Yeah.
South American.
Yeah,
there's some
yeah,
rivalries down there.
football in general, but like no one in the NFL, like they might fight each other.
No one in America.
They might throw beers at each other. They're not shooting each other.
Oh, Yankees and Red Sox fans aren't shooting each other.
No.
Never.
I love, and it only happens once a year. Sometimes it doesn't happen. But, man, that weekend Alabama loses is so fun. I love when Alabama loses. They are the best program in college football with the greatest coach in history, and they have earned a seat at the top of the table. But, my God, when they lose, it's fantastic.
I love how much everyone hates preseason polls.
I love that people lie about hating preseason polls. Mm-hmm. People lie about it.
Yeah, they're like, no, everyone fucking hates them.
If you're a program that if you're A&M and next year you're number 3, you don't hate that. You fucking love it.
Yeah, you know, for sure. But
Yeah.
but I won't
My
admit
team's
that
number
I
16 this year. I'm gonna be thinking about that all fucking off season.
no,
You
for sure.
haven't said I love that day in the summer when you buy the magazines.
Magazine
I did
Day's
YouTube Day, but Magazine Day is another good one.
Magazine Day's a good one.
I love falling for Texas every year.
Ugh, you people.
I like that one. Oh yeah, let's do this.
No.
Oh, we're gonna do that all.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that all year.
Yeah, until they lose in like week 3.
Oh well, week 2 I think they're playing Bama.
Week
yeah.
2, until they
man,
lose in
that's gonna be
week
rough.
2.
Give me the points.
Yeah, all right.
By the way,
week 2.
I looked at week 1.
Yeah, there's
Notre Dame, Ohio State,
Woo!
Oregon has,
Georgia, Oregon.
Yep, which is awesome because Dan Lanning's the head coach at Oregon now.
I wrote down 8 games that are really. Cincinnati has a good one.
I love that somebody can go to a school like Oregon, like Kayvon Thibodeau, and somehow convince himself that it was better than going to Alabama for some odd reason. But in his brain, he's right. And you know what? God bless you, Kayvon Thibodeau, and good luck in the NFL.
And I have one more. Are you finished?
I have one more.
Who wants to? You want to? I have a good one. So
I have a good one too.
you'll close it out then. I love the triple option. I love that it still exists in 2022. Now Georgia Tech doesn't do it, but Army, Navy, Air Force, like this isn't. You watch the NFL, you're not going to see it. But I love the fact that there's still wildly different offenses in college football.
And one more love.
Yeah, we'll let Casey finish it, but go ahead. What you got?
I love the Georgia Southern fan base. That's the
Statesboro, baby.
Somehow the Georgia Southern fan base, like for whatever reason, it's just in that town, in that area, they love their football team almost as much as anybody loves their football.
say
Maybe
yes,
even
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
And it's Georgia Southern. Like, you bring up Georgia Southern to somebody out there who doesn't like college football, they're like, what's that? But Georgia Southern to Georgia Southern fans is everything.
Yeah.
God bless them.
You ready?
Casey, finish us out.
And for the grand finale, I'm going to get sentimental.
Oh, no.
I love unnecessary roughness.
All right, that's nice.
Because, first of all, we are the #1 college football podcast. But not only that, because we have been very lucky and given the chance to say whatever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want. We've become a very dysfunctional but loving family. And Barstool desperately needed a college football arm just about 5 years ago when Dave hired me, and then we hired you, and so on and so forth. Jack and I used to talk all the time. We need more college football.
Of course.
And now we have a fan base with the Roughnecks that love us, and we get to do it for a living. And so I love the Roughnecks, and I love you, Brandon. Jack, if Katie was here, I would tell her that too. I love us.
Maybe next week we can have Katie give like 15 things she loves.
Her love segment.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like say
But I love it.
you to her, but like I mean like
I know you're not. I know.
I love it.
Thank you, Casey.
Did you see what Brandon's sister is wearing?
No.
Oh wait, that may be Brianna's. Is yours be a good human being or be a decent human being?
Mine's be a nice one.
Okay, so that was awkward.
Well, they
No,
kinda
but
took
I
the
love
starch
this-
out of the ending of the show there, Jeff.
Yeah, no. I love, okay, here, I'll finish it out. I love the evolution of this show. I love that we continue to do it. I love that Dave loves it so much. He wants us to do it year round. And I love that we can sit here even when we fight with each other and love each other.
4 episodes.
And
Let's finish it like this. We all love the Roughnecks.
we all love the Roughnecks.
yes,
That's Love Week.
you're not a Dr. Page.
That was mean. That was mean.
No, you're going to have to continue to keep this in.
Yeah.
We love the Roughnecks, and you
Stop,
especially,
Jack.
Dr. Page. Don't fucking end it like that.
Jack.
It's Love Week.
All right, you're a real Dr. Page.
Thank you.